on. What the f? What the fuck? Oh my god! I did the run, I did the run! Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god! What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo! Oh my god! If I had to describe this month in network in one single word, it would have to be unpredictable. Even before properly returning to this level, I already felt like I was stepping into uncharted territory. And the only thing that could keep me safe would be a really solid mental. So, was I right? I think so. Listen, it's complicated. I definitely had a lot less prep before starting streams again than in June. As a reminder, I technically started that month almost 2 weeks early, but I actually didn't even feel as underprepared as I expected to. With my goals this month being 80% plus from 0 and 37 to 100 in startpos, I wanted to take it rather easy from 0 in the first half of the month before going really hard from 0 in the second half of the month. This only kinda worked out because for some reason the middle third of this level was the only section I was reliably consistent with at first.
What?
Now I know I've spent the last 2 months rambling on and on about how hard that section is, but for some reason this section was just way easier for me to relearn, and during the entire month my dips in consistency were almost never due to these 2 parts. I did get a lucky spider attempt on the second stream of the month. Excuse me? But I didn't get back there for another 4 sessions. My performance in startpos wasn't much different, with me getting that one standout run. Yo, what the fuck? But kinda sucking except for that. Come to think of it, that's kind of how most of my sessions this month went. I really should have been expecting this, and I even talked about it in June. Consistency isn't some well-defined graph that sometimes goes up, sometimes goes down. No, it's a mess, constantly changing, even within a single session. For some reason, I still just had this dream of magically being able to get 15 bump attempts every day and never get stuck from 0 ever again. But that's just not really how this level works. Having said all that, I still ended the first week with a bang, getting a new best run to 100 on stream 39. What? Oh my god! What the fuck? For week 2, I wanted to finally do the thing I wanted to do for what feels like an eternity at this point, which is passing the dreaded spider, and also get 44 to 100, but I literally just did that, so like, this did give me an excuse to kind of neglect doing runs to 100 for a bit, which would prove to be, let's say, a mixed bag of consequences. Bro, I left my water at the hospital. I left it at work. Fuck. Also, the mic is like 50 miles away. I'm sorry about that. Every once in a while, I think about how much harder this is than Orwa, and it kind of gives me a stroke. Like, I just try to think of it in terms of like, whenever this falls off the list, how many NLW tiers above Orwa would this be? Because it's probably gonna be a fuck ton. I mean, what is my guess? I would probably guess like 5 tiers above Orwa. Although I feel like it would have to be more than 5 tiers. Like 5 tiers, what is that? That's like catastrophic tier. Then we have terrifying, relentless, remorseless. That's like insane tier to catastrophic tier. I mean, that's a pretty big gap. But I feel like if I jump to a catastrophic tier from an insane tier, it would not take me like close to 100k attempts. Well, I haven't been doing much, but it's been going okay. I feel like I could get somewhere today. I mean, I don't know. Yesterday was like, I was really happy with yesterday. I was pretty just okay about the session. I wasn't like the session is gonna suck. It was just the entire session. I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then I still did very well. I need more sessions like that, please. What the bro, I clicked that like a frame too early. Look at that. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Look at that. That sucks, man. The Zoom mod. It's called like Zoom with 5 billion O's. Bobby Schmerner. Thanks to Bobby Schmermer. Whatever. I mean, does someone actually name their kid Bobby? There's no way. Like, I mean, yeah, that's like a nickname. Gertrude. Honestly, you know what? I'm coming in here to say this. There's way worse names to be called than Gertrude. I feel like Gertrude, it's not a great name, but it's not even that bad. Wolfgang. Lil Brandon, bro. Joe Biden raps? Joe Biden started a music career? There's no way. What do you mean? I don't understand. Did I say something that was not bass? Did I say something that's bass? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Why? What are you guys even saying? Ah, fuck. Wait, is that my biggest run from 37? No, it's not. Second biggest though. Second biggest run from 37. That's really good. I feel like I could do really well today, but I need to try to distract myself from that because that's going to make me nervous. Yeah. What the fuck do you mean, Verdant? Oh my god, I mean, look, you know what? Even with all my glazing, I get not liking Guinness. I think Guinness is a beer that just isn't for everyone. I kind of want you to try another stout and then tell me what you think. Ah, okay. Wow, bro, a spider attempt, and I didn't even get to a 130.
5 minutes later.
Twice right after one another. Come on. Now I know I should be happy with that. That was pretty, like 2 spider attempts in one day, and that wasn't even like, oh, 1 spider attempt and then an hour later I got another one. Like I was literally like, yeah. Bro, imagine Timothy Chalamet played GD. Imagine if he streamed. I would watch like every stream of this, I think. I mean, he just look at him. Just look at him. I don't even need to explain myself. But I don't really care for a lot of the stuff he's in. He's really good in Little Women. He's so good in that movie. But like, what else has he been in? Fucking Call Me Maybe? Call Me Maybe. What am I saying? I want to say Call Me By Your Name. No way. Call Me By Your Name is such a good movie until you find out the age of the other guy. Wait, right, he was in Dune. He's kind of mid in Dune though, I'm gonna be honest. Dune is a great movie. I like Dune. I like the second one too. They were great. But like, Timothy, I just don't see him as like this stoic character. This reminds me of when like... Okay, no, this doesn't really make sense if you don't. I'm scratching the story time because it only makes sense if I told it in German. You'll add subtitles? Alright, I'm gonna do something mean now. Also, und ich habe mich so in der Primarschule gesehen. And I'm expecting good, correct subtitles for all of this. You add? What do you mean me? I'm telling the story, bitch. No, bro, that, oh, why?
Why? Because I said so.
Literally every attempt I've gotten to the bump, I've made it to the spider. What the fuck am I doing? And like, depending on how long Verdant takes, we're still like an hour away from the session ending, so a lot can happen still. I'm never getting back there. I legit, that could remain my new best for the rest of the month. What the fuck? After almost 100 days of playing this level, I had finally reached a point that was unimaginable to me when starting this. 78% is closer to beating this level than it is to the start of the spider. However, I was still, of course, very aware of this being a huge fluke, and I knew I couldn't let it get to me too much. Having said that, I was in fact very bad at not letting it get to me too much. I'm already getting deja vu writing this because, as always, when I get a new best on this, I kinda just sucked for the next few sessions. Weirdly enough, I was always performing really well in startpos. Oh my god, what the fuck? But from zero, not so much. After taking a short 4-day break, that seemed to change though. On stream 43, I passed the spider again on my second bump attempt, no less. Let's fucking go. In general, I just started reaching the spider a lot more consistently, despite my kind of stagnant consistency with the first 37%. I guess better stagnant than sinking. I mean, by stream 48 though, I was a bit frustrated by not having been able to pass the spider again. I'd gotten tons of attempts into the 60s, to even dying 1% before the slide. That fucking click, man. But my pass rate of the spider was now down to 5%. For comparison, when I'd gotten 67, that pass rate was sitting at around 10%. On stream 49, I also got my third 37 to 88 run. No, bro! What is wrong with me? Actually, for some reason, I've gotten this run for the third day in a row, despite 88 being a really easy percentage, by the way. And the thing is, I have not gotten this run since. Something weird was happening in those 3 streams, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I passed the spider again later that stream. What the fuck? Wait. Okay. Although it wasn't a new best, this was more than enough to boost my confidence to the point of wanting to do something big for stream 50. Oh my god, I have died here 5 times. That was almost really good. Again, at the same thing, bro. Bro, I don't understand. I have been practicing for so long already. Like, it's fine. I have the time, but how am I still this bad? Kind of comical how bad I'm playing. I think this session is just so depressing because I'm performing literally some of the worst I ever have from zero, even though I have practiced some of the most I ever have. hours into the stream, I had achieved my monthly goal from 0. And that wasn't even the end of the stream yet. I ended up getting 4 more spider attempts, sadly none of them passing it. No! But getting me a new record of 5 spider attempts in a single session. This stream was exactly what I mentioned at the start of the video. Unpredictable. I felt so many emotions during the stream, it was borderline disorienting, and still, I would have at least considered whether this might have been an anomaly if it wasn't for the next stream being that exact same emotional roller coaster again. I started out the stream with low expectations and pretty low motivation, honestly. I was almost not even gonna stream that day, and I ended with only 5 bump attempts, although all of them reaching the UFO, 4 of them reaching the spider, and 2 of those passing the spider. My best run being this. Yep. This is a totally reasonable death, and it honestly kind of surprises me that it took this long for me to finally get it. Now, with my consistency being at a point where I could get multiple spider attempts basically every single session, and even manage to get multiple slide attempts in a single day, I cannot resist. I almost have to make the goal for next month, well, the completion. It's certainly a possibility that I will fail this goal, but I would argue that it's at least as possible, if not more possible, that this journey is gonna end very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. This was originally where the video was supposed to end. I had written, recorded, and edited almost everything you've seen so far. And then this happened.